all you recovering emo kids. Amanda and Rob here at the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast. And on today's episode, we have some legends from the early 2000s who are back with a new song, Throwback. They got to perform with the Jonas Brothers back in August. They had toured in Southeast Asia and also in the States back in October. I'm talking about the Click Five, the Just the Girl fame and notoriety. We got to talk with Joe, Ethan, and Kyle about their return, about the scene back then, and a whole lot more. A lot of talk about just what music they grew up on and what they enjoy and how blessed they are to be back and, you know, what we look forward to in 2026 from them. It was a fun conversation.
I'd like to point out that we are now 1 degree of separation away from Joe Jonas, okay?
Yep.
Joe, if you're watching this, we'd love to have you on the show. I was, when we got an email about the Click 5 coming on, I was interested for the plot. I was very curious. Amanda was excited. I knew people listening would be excited, but I didn't see the relevancy. I wasn't sure. And then I went and listened to the Click 5, and let me just say, the Click 5, that band fucking rips. Those are great songs. I was hyped. These guys love the same bands as I do. These guys are also in the same bands that I love, it turns out. Super cool, super exciting, very interesting conversation. But before we get into that, obviously, do us a favor, toss us a follow, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. Emo Kids Anonymous. You can find them down in the description. You already, you know. NeverPhaseNetwork.com. We got a ton of cool articles and stuff going up there. If you want our new episodes go up there every time, so you can follow it there. Follow our individual ones. I never say that, but you can do that as well. We have a Discord. You can join Discord. You can come hang out with us there. It's a lot of fun. Okay? The Never Phase Network Discord. Link is in the description. And obviously, as you know, this episode is brought to you by our friends over at Protégé, okay? Because they say that 1 in 4 men just ignore their face routine completely. You know, is it cringy? Is it uncomfortable? I don't know. But at the end of the day, you know, this has retinol, it has sunscreen, it has all the things that'll take your face from fucked to fresh, okay? And when you go over to Protégé.com, you enter Emo Kids at checkout, you get your first bottle of Protégé for only $10, okay? $10 for your first bottle of Protégé, okay? Real simple, real simple. It's the all-in-one face serum. Good boy protection for bad bros. Now, with that being said, here's our conversation with one of my new favorite bands in the world, the Click 5. I need a throwback.
Ethan, can you turn your phone to landscape and then exit and rejoin?
Okay.
Yeah, that way it'll all look
annoying.
The same in After Effects.
yeah.
It's the software. It is.
I got it. Where are you guys?
I'm located in Central Kentucky.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in LA.
Cool.
The Valley.
Nice. Yeah, same. We're probably a stone's throw away. I'm in Van Nuys.
Oh wow. Yeah, I lived in Van Nuys for a long time. I live in Woodland Hills now.
Dude, amazing. I was just there like an hour ago.
Wild. Yeah. No, I live right next to the mall.
No shit.
But isn't that like an hour away in LA like time?
We gotta do it again.
Yeah.
Joe, what's up, man? Sorry.
How's it going?
Can you turn your phone sideways? And then you gotta leave and come back.
I gotta leave and come back.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's fucked. I know. Like it won't.
The software won't adjust on the fly. You have to. Yeah, there we go.
God damn it! I hate doing that.
Yes, it's all good. It's all good.
Anyways, where are you guys based out of now? We're all over. I'm under the impression of.
Ethan, where are you? Because Kyle's in LA.
I'm in Philadelphia.
Hey,
okay,
my favorite place. I went to school at Temple University. That's where I graduated college. So
nice.
Wow, nice. Okay, my wife teaches there.
Really? What does she teach?
Is that better?
Yes, perfect. Sorry.
Can I turn the phone? No. No.
She teaches a class called Creativity and World Performances. 2 classes.
Okay. Are those in the theater department?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, I
What
spent
did
a
you
lot of
study?
time there. English and Spanish. I was a double major. Spent a lot of time in the theater department because my roommate Brian was a theater major, so I did a lot of stage management with him, and I did some, um, what is that? What is the word? Oh God, I can't think of the word right now. When you are the person who's actually researching for a play to like they can understand like the time periods and stuff and make sure they get it all accurate. It's gonna come to me later on in this
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah, yeah,
But you know
yeah.
what I'm referring to.
I do,
Yeah.
I do. Yeah,
That
yeah.
person.
What is the word? My wife works in the film industry and she uses that term all the time for like people that
Yes.
come in. Oh, what is that called?
It's
Uh,
it's a weird word to say
it's like
too.
authenticity, something.
It's gonna bother me now.
All right.
Yeah. But
This
I
is
went to so when I went to Temple, this is a fun fact. So because I'm, 40 now, but when I was going there, at the time, um, Kunal Nair, who played, I don't know who he played on Big Bang Theory. What was the Indian guy's name in Nish? No, what was it?
I don't know that show super well. I know of it, but I don't know the characters.
Okay. Well, so I went to school with him. He
Cool.
was, yeah, he was a grad student when I was a sophomore, and then Divine Jordan Randolph, who just won an Oscar, she was also in our class. She was a year older than us, so she used to hang out with us all the time. And we have all these videos of us doing like fake commercials, like playing off of mock commercials. It's crazy. But yes, I love the theater department at Temple. It's like was second home to me. So
Awesome. Awesome.
Nice.
yeah.
Well, thanks for having us. Are you, Rob,
Yes.
are you doing the do, man? That was my drink, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I'm still on the soda hard. Yeah, they haven't sponsored me, so I've been thinking about moving that actually, or setting something else up. Like I've been giving a lot of free promo to these fucking animals over at PepsiCo. So yeah, we'll sort it out. But yeah, I am enjoying a citrus soda right at
Hell
this
yeah,
moment.
Yes.
dude.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
my family used to have a sixer of those things in the car at all times, room temp, no matter what the temp was outside. Just always in the back of the car. My
That's
parents would reach for one of those right back here.
it's like a
And
TV commercial from the '70s. That's beautiful.
It
I
is. It's
know, I
lovely.
know. Now they I don't think they hit it as hard as they used to, but they would do like ice, like have a cup of ice and there's always a dew at the ready.
Gotta
Damn.
keep it going.
I respect that. I respect
Yeah.
that. Whole family. I try to keep my kids off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather they start smoking cigarettes than drinking soda. I got like a Honda Civic's worth of work done in my mouth. We're good on the
Really?
teeth stuff. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh no.
These things are fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
if
man.
smoking helps that either, though, Rob.
Get them
50-50.
smoking, man. Get them
50-50.
smoking.
Yeah. But Joe, Kyle, Ethan, thank you guys so much for joining us. The Click Five, we obviously, you can tell by our age, we are big fans. When Just the Girl came out, 2005, played in my car all the time. It was amazing. You guys are wonderful. And when we found out you guys were coming back, we were very excited. And you've gotten to do a couple of tours in 2005 or 2025. You did one in overseas in Asia. You also did one here in October in the States as well. You got to perform with the Jonas Brothers on their tour. You have a new single out, Throwback, which I'd love to talk about because it reminds me of 2005. And yeah, you guys have a lot of stuff on the horizon, I'm assuming. And so we are really excited to have you guys here and chat with you today and just, get to know a little bit about, you know, what brought you guys back and what's happening like this time around with the Click Five. So kind of start us off with, your last album was TCV, and then you guys took a break. And then tell us a little bit about that time period, like what was going on during that time, and then what made you want to start, maybe returning to music and, coming back.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having us. We're stoked to be here and very stoked to be a band again.
Yeah.
It was about 15 years of not being a band. Um, so in a lot of ways, this has been one of the best years of our whole career and probably lives.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back from the dead and doing some really, really cool things this past year. that we never in a million years would have imagined we would be coming back to this degree.
Yeah.
And we've talked about doing things over the years and you know, playing a show here and there, and it just never really worked out. But something this time around just felt a little different. As you both know, there's like a lot of nostalgia going on right now, and this
Yeah.
era of music is you know, it's not even coming back anymore. It's fully back.
Yeah.
So we just are pretty stoked to play a small part in that wave that's happening right now, and it's been cool to like revisit fans and meet people again and hear stories of like several of our shows. There was like a really young kid there that's like 5 years old, and they're with their parent who
Yeah.
is a fan of us, and there's it's this, you know, awesome new generations. We're seeing like Gen Z fans at the shows, and they've had all this time to get to know our albums and stuff.
Yeah.
So words really don't do it justice. This year has been pretty special. And it's just the beginning. We just got off a call with our manager, and we're talking about some really exciting things for 2026 already.
Nice.
We're playing a show with Yellow Card and Taking Back Sunday
In Bethlehem,
Beautiful.
in
Pennsylvania.
Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. That's where I was born.
Nice. No way. Yeah.
You and
Yes,
Jesus
it
was born
was.
too.
You and Jesus.
Yeah, me and Jesus.
Right?
I am holy. I think that about
That's
myself.
beautiful. Yeah, praise her.
Yeah. But yeah, like there's, you know, things like that are just kind of coming up. So we feel like we've been putting in the work.
Yeah.
And there's one key word that we've been using a lot in this resurgence, which is yes. We are saying
right.
yes to a lot of stuff. I feel like in the past, and this is all coming back to your question about what was our mood around TCV, but we just have this like positivity and gratitude towards kind of feeling grateful that we're able to do this, and that we have fans. There's people that want to hear us do what we do and like our songs. We've also all been, we didn't leave music. We've all been making music for, you know, all this time away. Most of it, we're making music for other people.
Yeah.
Whether it's producing or writing or playing with other people. So we've seen the extreme difficulty in what it is to be an artist in this day and age, and how hard it is to start fresh now. So we just feel like insanely grateful that there's even, you know, some amount of knowledge of our band, and that we're able to do this now and have people show up and fill rooms. So it's a little surreal, but we're just having the time of our lives. We have like a really good headspace about it. We're just having fun with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if
love
you
that.
Ethan or Joe, if you guys want to add to that. That's my spiel.
Showing it to you, Ethan.
I think you covered it. I think you covered it all.
All right.
Can I be honest with you guys? I was, to quote the great Shaquille O'Neal, I was really unfamiliar with your game. Completely unfamiliar with your game. I'm gonna have to take it back before Amanda here, like before that time. We get the email about you guys. Like I'd heard the name, but I think I just associated you guys with like Jonas Brothers kind of thing. I thought it was like a Disney band or something like that, like pop, you know, like teen pop. I'm like, that's neat. Like that's you know, like okay, for the plot, like that's cool. Like I know a lot of people that like our show grew up on that, maybe this or that. And then I went and listened to the records, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like perfect power pop. These are incredible fucking songs. There's like in that Happy Birthday song, there's this like little like in the second verse, you kind of do this like little, it breaks down to like a halftime bit there.
Yes!
It's so fucking sick. It's so sick. And I'm listening, and at this point, like I hadn't like looked anything up really yet. Like I was just listening, and I'm listening to the first record, and there's the Angel You song, and I'm like, this is like Weezer. It's like the Cars. It's like Kiss. It's like Fountains of Wayne or something like that. And then I go like do like 2 minutes of research, and I'm just like, oh, these guys are ball knowers. They're
Yep.
deep in the game. Like oh my God, they worked with Adam. They worked with Paul Stanley. What the fuck? Like
It's incredible.
Elliot Easton. Like, so like, how did you guys, as a band starts out, like you guys are, you know, like Ethan, Joe, you guys are Berkeley kids,
Yeah.
real,
We
you
all
know,
are.
musicians.
Yeah, all three of us.
Kyle,
Yeah,
We
yeah.
all
oh,
are.
Kyle, yours, I wasn't sure because I know you
Yeah.
you joined later. You
Ky-
guys were.
Kyle,
I'm far.
he
yeah.
joined later, but he went to Berkeley as well. Like
And
4
far less
years behind
talented
us? 3.
than them, but
Okay, so you guys are Berkeley kids. How did, as a band, when you guys started out, like, what avenue, like, what lane were you guys trying? Were you envisioning trying to be like in that Warped Tour crowd? Were you just trying to be the biggest rock band? Was it like intentional to kind of go more of a popular direction? I think sometimes the mod, I think because like Mike Ham and Jonas Brothers, other people were doing Suits kind of at the time. Like the
Yep.
mod vibe was like almost missed because it was like done for different reasons by other bands.
Mhm.
yeah, for sure. All right, Ethan, you take that.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, like looks wise, it was definitely mod inspired. Like we were obsessed with 1960s British fashion and stuff.
Sick.
We
Very
had
much so.
we used to have this party at our a very unofficial Berkeley doesn't have any fraternities, but it was like a fraternity house, like Animal House or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
we
that
called
was
it we called it like our rock and roll frat house, which was Emery House. That was where we
Yep.
named that was how we named
Yeah.
the first record. And we used to have this party there called the Mod Turkey for Thanksgiving. Don't ask, but I mean it was that was the name. So yeah, I
Literally our
mean,
job
and we
to
painted
ask.
we painted a Royal Air Force symbol on the wall in the foyer, like took up the entire wall with that, and
Yeah.
and we got docked our entire security deposit.
Whoa.
So so anyway, yeah, that was a big influence, but musically, I mean, you kind of named it. Like we were really into power pop. We loved Fountains of Wayne. We loved like I wouldn't say that we like grew up loving Kiss, but there was this definite like influence of Kiss, and that I think probably came from our manager at the time. He was friends with Paul because he used to tour manage Kiss in the
Yeah.
non-makeup days in the 80s. And that led us to getting to meet Paul and then work with him. And then Elliot Easton from the Cars played the guitar solo on the song you mentioned, Angel to You, Devil to Me. And that was just because we were obsessed with the Cars, and we were like, wouldn't it be awesome to see if we could get Elliot to play something on our record?
We wound up with the same.
He came and did it. Go ahead, Joe.
We have the same producers, Fountains of Wayne. So like that was sonically like a big influence. Was
of course
Stacy's mom and stuff like that.
And that was Mike Deneen, right?
Mike Deneen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. How was that working with him?
Amazing.
Oh man. Yeah.
I mean, it was a dream, and Mike became one of our best friends as well as like a mentor and you know, like someone that we learned, I think, like the things that we do now today, like so much of it came from that seed, you know, that was planted working with him and just observing and absorbing and you know, getting to try things, getting to experiment, and then, you know, the years go on and then you realize, wow, we've taken so much.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And tragically, Mike passed away, I think in 2018 from cancer. And we miss him I mean, all the time, every time we're together, something comes up and we're like, oh man, Mike Deneen. So he's still very much a part of our consciousness today.
No, and that's, I have a question related to that, but before that, Paul Stanley, I'm guessing you got to be around him as well. Have you ever been in a room with anyone cooler than Paul Stanley? That's about the peak, right?
We had Thanksgiving dinner with Paul Stanley.
No way.
Oh, that is peak.
Oh, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life. God damn. Kyle, you kind of almost look like you could be a Stanley.
Yeah, maybe I am. I mean,
got secret nepotism in here. But in like relation to Mike, also like with the comeback and deciding to come back as a band, it's obviously the whole group doesn't come back. What came into that decision? Was it like a mutual thing? Is it different doing things? I know, like, for example, Ben is credited on a lot of the songs. I know he was a big songwriter. Like, it's a dynamic change now that we're doing things and there's no Mike and there's, a couple less of the boys in here?
Yeah, naturally, yes. It's a different thing, but I think really what it comes down to is time, and lives are different now. It's it's not expected that we were just all 5 of the members would be able to just jump right back into this and do it to the level that we want to do it, which is pretty high. We want to do this to a big degree, which does require a lot of time, a lot of effort, and the 3 of us have had a lot of discussions about this, and we're all on the same page that we're just having the time of our lives and we want to keep doing this and pursue it. And it's really like timing of that just isn't going to work for the other guys. So, but we have their blessing, they're rooting us on from the sidelines and excited about all this stuff. We tell them about how the shows are going and all that stuff. So it's fun for everybody to see it, but we found some amazing guys to fill their seats, who we just absolutely love, and amazing musicians, and are also happen to be old friends of ours. So it kind of still feels like this family. We're even using like the same front of house engineer and techs that we had from way back then. So it's this kind of like almost like we're picking up where we left off kind of thing. Yeah.
So interesting. We're talking about like the change with the lineup, but also coming back in 2025 is a little bit different than where you left in like 2010, 2013. What has been, I guess, the biggest change have you seen in the music industry now that you're back and doing everything? Obviously, you weren't using TikTok, you weren't using Instagram back then, not to like, I mean, I think Instagram was around in 20, I don't remember, but you weren't using to the full extent, right? Like what have been some of the biggest differences or challenges in returning in 2025, coming back and making music now versus, back in the old days?
It's completely different. I mean, I the only thing that stayed kind of the same is the music making part of it. As far as like where the songs come from and the fact that it's us, working on them and working on the arrangements, and how we recorded is different though. Like we were talking about Mike, like we would go into this like, crazy studio and really experiment and make records in a real, A level, one of the best studios in the world. But now, since then, laptop record creation has become the thing. So that's what we do. And we have studios. I'm in my studio right now. We made, a lot of our new song Throwback in here. Ethan's got a studio where he's sitting, and Ethan mixed the record. Like he's become this amazing mix engineer as well. So we've all just like, it kind of felt this is a natural thing to go into just doing it ourselves. But the things you mentioned, like we didn't even have a Instagram, or I think we had a YouTube, but we didn't even have like an Instagram page. So we've created our social media presence in 2025.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, and we just today, Joe and I, because we live in the same city, we do these, usually every couple weeks, we have a kind of filming day with our management team, and we did one today where we filmed a bunch of like TikTok trends, and
Nice.
it's the two of us like, you know, washed up
Acting
old
like
dudes doing
idiots.
like TikTok.
Right? It's like, what the fuck is that? This
What's
song,
happening?
You really get a lot
I
of
mean-
empathy for this new generation. Like, I feel for you
Yes.
guys, like humiliation rituals.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
but we kind of had this like spin on it where we're just like, this is hilarious. Like let's go to the jugular on it, and
Yeah,
let's
there you
let's
go.
like really do the shit. Let's have fun with it. Let's make it ours. You know, whatever the dumb trend is that we're doing, like lip syncing audio to stuff, and we're just having fun with it. It's hilarious. I mean, it's already funny that we're doing it.
Yeah.
So I think we're just like leaning into that shit.
There you
I
go.
don't know. It's not even that different that we have to promote and do these things.
Yeah.
It's just like a different medium. Because I remember back in the day we would do like radio visits, and we still had to make videos and still had to do promo, and there was there's press conferences, and
we were
had to-
doing we were doing MySpace and stuff like that.
Yeah.
back
Right.
then. But
yeah.
Speaking of the TikTok thing, though, I saw Yo-Yo Ma did one just the other day. So
That's right. See, everyone's doing it.
if
We're in good
Yo-Yo's
company.
doing it,
Yeah.
come on.
Yo-Yo's trying to get that TikTok money. Yeah.
Is there money in TikTok? I don't know.
Selling out is not a thing anymore. Not at all.
No.
Nope.
No.
No, it doesn't exist. But yeah, speaking of your Instagram, one of the recent videos I saw, or reels I saw, was on your J14. And I have to know, so you mentioned your top songs, page 93 of J14, a magazine I'm quite familiar with as a millennial woman.
The real ones know.
We do. And so you guys had said The Verve, The Verve's Bittersweet Symphony, Dance Hall Queen by Robin. You said In My Place by Coldplay and Mother's Nature's Son by the Beatles as your top songs. Would you still say those are your top songs in 2025? If you look back, more music has been made since then, obviously. So would you still say those would be considered your top songs for the Click 5?
I don't think so. I mean, I Bittersweet Symphony is still on there for me.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
I don't
that
really
one's
know where
still-
that list
yeah.
came from, really.
Really?
Like we were like,
I have a confession to make. That was just me. That was just my.
was it really?
Yeah, that was just.
That's the most like the heaviest, most in-depth answer they've probably ever gotten on J14 ever.
Right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
All those 50
Yeah,
year old
especially
girls like
Mother
the
Nature's
Beatles.
Son.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's Son.
It's
Yes.
so random.
Yes.
So
Of
random.
all Beatles.
Of all the Beatles songs, yeah.
Right? Yeah. We went deep on there. I respect that.
Deep
Yeah.
album cut. Yeah.
That is a deep album.
Yeah.
cut.
Yeah.
My
That's
friend
okay.
Megan would know, but she made us, we used to pretend to be the Beatles when I was like 11 years old. She was really obsessed with the Beatles. So she always made me Ringo Starr. I never appreciated that. I don't know. It's like, why Ringo? Why can't I be Paul and you be John? I don't get it.
On that note, actually, really quick, can I across the board? Can I get each of your favorite Beatles?
There we go.
Okay. Yeah. You guys go.
You mean the member or a song?
Member.
Member.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say the member, or like the animal, like you meant the different breeds or something. I was like, oh no.
I know
Nope.
mine. I'm curious. Your guys. I think I know Joe's too.
It's such a hard one, but I mean, if I had to go, I'd probably say George because I'm a guitar player.
There
Yeah.
we go.
That was my.
I'll
that was
bet
my-
Ethan's
my
is
guess.
Paul.
Yeah, it's a toss-up for me. It's always been between John and Paul. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I suppose the influence on me is probably more Paul. If I had to pick one, especially just like as a bass player.
Yeah. Logical
Like-
pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
He
man,
did write
I love how much of a punk John was, you know?
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see your personality as John, but your like musicality and playing is very, very Paul, and songwriting,
Mm.
very Paul. Yeah.
There we go.
Beautiful answer.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, he wrote a heck of a Christmas song, Paul
That's
did.
true. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's still on my playlist all these years later.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, I guess.
Oh, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So doing those early records there, you guys it's 2005. Obviously, this is Emo Kids Anonymous, and emo is very synonymous with that time frame as well. And there is some sort of emo adjacency almost to the Click
Yeah.
5, I feel here. Where does this emo adjacency come from? Is it just kind of lumped in as guys in a band in 2005? Was there a connection, band relations, anything like that?
I'm going to be real with you. We were going to ask you the same question.
That's okay. Okay.
We have had this new understanding of our band from the outside.
Yeah.
Because we never thought of ourselves as emo. And even that title, was almost, was beginning, obviously, around that time. Yeah. So we were not referencing emo records. And looking back, it was probably just because it was in the ether and we were making albums and this like whatever band was like had just put out a record. So like that's what modern rock sounds like today. Yeah. So exactly. I think naturally it seeped in through that. But when I listen back to stuff, I'm like, I get it. Like, I totally get it.
That's so funny because I was literally going to be like, what is what was the what is the connection here? Explain your emo adjacency, and you're like, brother, I don't fucking know what you think.
I get it. I understand.
But I will say with that though, like, I mean, and I'm not contradicting Kyle. We weren't listening to those records and referencing them in that sort of way. But I mean, we were fans of like Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
And
Juliana Theory.
I mean, I was like Juliana Theory. When I was a teenager, I was into like the Get Up Kids and
yep.
Okay, here we go. There we go.
That's
Sam I Am and Sunny Day Real Estate and stuff.
Yeah,
and then before that, I mean, I was like really into punk music.
Okay.
That was like when I started playing the guitar, I was like really into punk stuff and then really into like classic rock. But like the punk thing that was happening at the time sort of spawned out of like Green Day blowing up in 1994 or whatever. And then on the heels of that, I discovered, this whole world of punk stuff. So like I think those things being maybe just like within our collective DNA, I think there was some amount of, maybe shared influence with like the emo things that were happening at the time.
I can see that.
That they probably also were fans of those bands and bringing, pulling from that. So that's probably where that comes from. But yeah, I mean, we were probably sort of trying to veer down a path more of like power pop and also just like, big songs, I guess. We were trying to write, pop songs.
Yeah. And a lot of the emo of the time was gearing more towards pop, as a purveyor of all of those things, pop and emo music. I mean, Fall Out Boy, My Chem, even My Chem to a degree, a lot of that was very pop. That's why, some people don't even consider it real emo. We've had that argument on our show many a times. And then we also talk about... Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned.
Right. I was like, right. And it's like to each their own, and everyone has their own opinions about what emo is. But I think that at the time, all of those sounds, and especially like with TRL and MTV being such a prevalent means for bands like yourselves and like those other bands to become famous, when you all start getting, you're definitely not a Linkin Park, you're definitely not a Limp Bizkit, right? You weren't Shine Down or whatever, so you're not butt rock. I don't know. So you're definitely gonna fall within the other realm because we didn't have so many classifications of music back then, and everything was like this pop rock emo, or it was metal, new metal.
Yeah.
Yes. Grunge.
It's been funny because we've been doing these emo nights and guesting and performing at them, and and which is so fun. So on one hand, it's like we're also we didn't think we were emo, but we're being welcomed into this community like so beautifully. And
you're
like
invited to the Warped Tour parking lot cookout. Yeah.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
you are.
Like the nicest, like literally the nicest people known to man. Like it's just, we couldn't be welcomed any more beautifully at each one of these shows. And the performances go well. And the first one we did, this is how we entered into this. We were setting up side stage and they're DJing, and the lights were kind of dimmed where we were setting up. So the crowd couldn't really see us, but they're playing, I think it was Green Day, and the crowd is like full bore mosh. Like, and we're about to die. Like, we're going to get totally booed off stage. We're going to get tomatoes thrown at us. We're going to get beers in the face. And it was the complete opposite. Like the lights went up on us, and they announced us, and the crowd went crazy and singing every word to our song. It was like mental. And so we've been trying to dissect this since we did the first emo night of like what like why we're there and what constitutes emo. And I feel like there's a few elements, because like they will play like some harder shit.
Yeah.
But then like Kelly Clarkson, Since You Be Gone.
Yeah.
So it's like a banger. And the place goes equally wild for both of those songs.
Stacy's Mom, and they go crazy for it.
Oh
Yeah.
Same thing where I've seen like Fountains of Wayne lumped in there as like a pop punk band as well. And I'm like, no, that's factually incorrect, you know?
It is. But it's like high singing, guitars.
Loud guitars.
Loud guitars, distorted guitars, usually. And the narrator is the underdog, typically.
Wow.
It's like,
and he's yearning. Yeah.
Yeah. Or she.
Mm-hmm. Or she.
If you have those three, like your song can get played at those shows, and it's gonna land. It's gonna go over well.
Yes.
And I'm sure there's more, and there's factions of it, but it's like, as long as you have those three.
No, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Yeah.
I also have a theory as well too, that like based on like when you guys right there were popular as well, like if you're our age or a couple years younger, you get into the Click 5 right around, right as you're getting off of like popular radio, because you guys are, if you go look in your like Apple, for artists, you'll look and you'll see a spike in the Woodland Hills area. That's me the last week. Like they're perfect pop songs. So it's like, it's easy to go from like, okay, 2004, I like Kelly Clarkson. The next year, okay, Just the Girl. Like it's similar enough, but it's like same thing like you're saying. It's introducing the guitars, the vocal stylings, and then you can go from that to being like, oh, Green Day's cool. Oh,
yeah.
All right, fuck it. I like Bayside or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like I like the Backstreet Boys.
You guys,
These guys are also guys.
Marijuana 2000s mall emo.
Yeah. there's a
or
thread
a gateway
there.
drug.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Just say no to the Click 5.
Yeah.
Not even once.
Yeah. And then that our music is attracting, like you were talking about, you see Gen Z, you see them singing all your songs, they're listening to your music. And we talk about this a lot. Like they're very tied to our music and the stuff that we grew up on. And there could be a lot of factors for that. But just maybe because our age group is now like in charge of a lot of things, and we're kind of, I don't say running things, but we're heavily influential because we're all over.
We're running the marketing departments.
We're running the marketing departments and stuff. So yeah,
at least that
could play into that into it. Yeah. So they don't have an MTV anymore, but they have TikTok, and then they're seeing all these songs and they start trending, and then that's how all these bands are able to start coming back and gain these new followers, which is incredible.
I mean,
the longevity.
If we had this back then, I can only imagine like what that would have looked like. The reach is just so immediate and vast. And seeing like some of the younger kids at the shows has been pretty cool.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, and I think bands kind of went away. It seems like
they did.
There was like a period where, and like I think that people have realized again, like bands are fun. Like they're actually more fun. I feel like than the like solo
Than a
artist,
pop
I feel
star.
like.
Yeah.
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 So
Yes, very much that. There was like that, the 2010s, the radio, there was a dead zone of guitars in general. Cause like,
Yeah.
even while I was like the Happy Birthday song, I remember being like, with country music is always about 10 years behind, I'd say, rock and pop music. And this sounded, I believe that came out in 2007. It sounded like a perfect country song in 2017. And I'm just like, the reason country artists were playing in stadiums the past few years is because like people are just longing for fucking guitars, and that's the only place they could like accessibly get access to them without doing a little bit of digging.
That's so true. I also have had this theory about Guitar Hero, where people like didn't find it cool to learn a real instrument because if you got good at the video game, like that was huge. I mean, there's a whole generation of kids that just didn't get pushed into playing a real instrument because they had Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
And now it's for sure like back to where younger kids are like, no, it's way cooler to play the real thing.
Guitar Hero 2, I think, really like rewarded technicality as opposed to like, so like the kids that were playing guitar were just like ripping Dragon Force riffs, and it's that's really unattainable.
You could play at a high level. Yeah. Right.
But it's not as creative, so people aren't making stuff up. It's just
right. I'm terrible at Guitar Hero. I've played a few times and like absolutely terrible at it.
It's not really fun to play a video game that's like your job, though, you know?
Yeah.
Like a construction worker. They're not playing some fucking contractor simulator, you know? I don't want to do that.
No.
They're playing Sim City.
Right? Yeah, they're just running a cement mixer at home. They get off doing 10 hours doing union labor work and just, fire up the Xbox. I get to be the foreman in this one.
Gotta sharpen the tools, baby.
Right? Yeah. That could be a kink thing. I don't know. Anyways, transitioning from that logical point here, you guys did a lot of early shows with pretty big pop artists too, like Ashley Simpson. Looks like Amanda's favorite, the Backstreet Boys, here as well. And then we're obviously we're doing emo nights and we're playing with like Yellow Card and shit. What is the biggest difference between performing like during what I would call a concert and compared to like a show, rock band something? What is the preparation different? Obviously the back of house situation's fucking madness, I imagine.
I mean, I think our vibe going into the smaller shows is sometimes even more daunting. Because it's it's more exposed. I think in a cool way, playing like smaller rock clubs and stuff. But I mean, getting out in front of a shitload of people will forever give us a certain type of high that you really can't get anywhere else. And we've done a lot of big shows. The Jonas Brothers thing was crazy. I think maybe talking about that like backstage wise, that was very, very like cushy in the best way. Like they had like the most amazing crew, and
that's probably a professional setup.
It was so professional, and they couldn't have been nicer. But like that show was pretty nerve-wracking. I think going out there, similarly to the emo night things, like we just weren't really sure if anybody was going to know who we were. They were adamant about like we want you guys to do this, and they were so pumped about it and like really made us feel comfortable.
How did the Jonas Brothers cameo happen?
It was just through Instagram. Joe DM'd, and I admittedly did not follow him at the time, and so
Joe slid into Kyle's DMs.
Right? Yeah, Joe slid into DMs, and you weren't even mutuals.
No.
That's
so
game.
It came into my requests, which I never look at. Not because there's a lot going on there or anything like that. It's just one of those things I just don't look at them very often.
Yeah.
He's not working.
And I just happened to.
What happened?
This is just a universe thing. I just happened to look at it.
He's not working.
in the morning in bed, laying there. I'm laying with my wife, and I'm just like, all of a sudden, I'm like crusty eyes, and I'm like seeing his name, and I'm like convinced it's like a fake account or something.
Yeah, me too.
But I look closer at it is him. I click on the page, it's him. It's like 1 billion followers, and his message just said "Hey" with a like a waving emoji. It was just like, "Hey, man."
Joe Jonas uses the hand wavy emoji.
It was the hand wavy emoji.
This is good to know.
And I showed my wife. I was like, "What?" And I knew. I think I had just seen that they did like the Demi Lovato thing.
Yeah.
So I knew they were on tour. So I kind of immediately had this feeling of like, "Whoa, wait a second, holy shit." I showed it to her. We kind of started freaking out, and I wrote back to him right away. I was just like, "Hey, man, what's up? Great to hear from you." And he sent a video, in his like insanely amazing hotel room. It seemed, like walking around his hotel room. It was like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Oh, Joe Jonas got them amenities, yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
all of them.
Their Christmas
like
movie
fucking
paid for
Macaulay
that.
Culkin and Home Alone 2 type shit, yeah.
Yeah, you can only see like little parts, but just like you would catch a glimpse of like this like big red velvet couch or something, and I was like, "Whoa,
Oh my
where is this guy?" But he was like so nice, and he was like, "Hey, man, like we were doing this thing. We're having guests every night, and would love to have you. Can you be there tonight?"
Yeah.
And they were playing tonight, and they were playing in DC that night. He was like, I know you guys, or he was like, "I don't know where you are. Crazier things have happened. Maybe you happen to be near there and could do this tonight." We looked at every possible which way of that. We even looked at that like consumer like private jet thing. But that didn't work. It was just like wasn't logistically possible. So I told him, I was like, "Shit, we can't do that, but literally any other show we will do." And he sent back every single what?
Well, the fact that he saw the Emo Night video, that's why
Yes.
he asked us to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Jonas got emo in the algorithm. Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Joe, if you're watching this, open invite to Emo Kids Anonymous. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sent all the tour dates. It was like, pick one of these. We'd love to have you guys. And
Sweet.
so we just picked the first one available, and we're like, we can make this, and that was the Philly show.
Nice.
So yeah, just an unreal experience and very nerve-wracking. I think there was some comfortability with it because we only were playing one song. So some of for me personally, speaking for myself, like it's very hard to remember lyrics these days. Like I have a teleprompter. I don't care who knows it. I can't remember shit. So
most artists do. You're fine.
Yeah. Anyway, the fact that we were playing one song was like there was this comfortability, and like, we're playing Just the Girl. We played that song 1 billion times. Like we felt very, very like ready to just go and like shred it, and we felt really good that we were already back. We had just come off tour in Asia, so had they asked us this, 3 or 4 months earlier, we probably would have been like, "Oh my God, how are we going to pull this off?"
Yeah, exactly.
But we were fully ready and had everything just in the can.
That's incredible.
Just couldn't have gone better.
Did you have to rehearse, I'm assuming, before you guys went on stage, right, with them, just to get your staging and everything correct and stuff?
Yes. We did a little
we ran
sound
it
check.
once.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's
And it was
enough.
just with Joe. Nick and Kevin
That's right.
were not there. I don't know if they take turns with
I don't think they had arrived at the venue yet.
Yeah. But Joe was like super hands-on with everything. He was there for the whole sound check. I think he ran their sound check as far as I could tell. And then he joined us and sang. They sang the second verse of the song. And then joined us for the choruses and stuff. We ran it one time. I think we like went over like one hit or something at the end of the bridge and just played that little section.
Oh yeah, the drum fill at the end of the
drum
bridge.
fill, right? Yeah, gotta get that right.
You gotta get it right.
That's right.
But it's really cool. We've never had an experience where we had our in-ears just sound amazing without any comments or mixing notes or anything. It was just like we put that whatever they gave us was just like the most state-of-the-art.
Dang.
We've never experienced this level of crew,
Yeah.
and it was so cool. So cool.
Yeah, I can get used to this.
Yeah. Yeah. We were well aware of whose show it really was. We were.
Shit, yeah. It's like going to your buddy's house, and you find this is a lot nicer than my apartment. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, okay. We went to high school together, bro. You know, I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably a similar thing with you guys. Like you're saying, Joe's really hands on, where there's kind of this era there, like you're saying, guitar music, bands from our world to pop radio to top 40 to butt rock, everything is kind of guitars for a while, and then it's not, and a lot of bands go away and everyone does their solo project and grows up, and a lot of these, the appeal of this coming back, you guys can kind of do it completely on your own terms now.
Yeah.
And have, do things the way you want to and make up for mistakes or something like that from the first time around. Is that kind of a similar vibe we're getting here with the Click 5 reunion?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. We have this feeling of too, it's like, it's not like we've all built lives, now outside of music. We're all married. All three of us are married, and we have, we've cultivated, things outside of being a musician that we feel just grounded as men more now than we ever were back there, like not even close back then. So that's a big part of it. And also, it's not our only thing. Now, we have other career paths, we do other things as musicians. We all have other stuff. So there's back then, which is probably partly why it was exciting too, and we're younger and we could handle it better. But back then it was like, oh my God, this has to fucking work.
Yeah.
Every
egg was in that
it's like
basket.
this.
The stakes are always high. Yeah.
Yeah. So we just like put a ton of pressure on ourselves, and I think the decision making was very difficult back then. But now it's just not our only thing. So like you said, we feel a much more chill approach to this, and we just want to have fun doing it. We're very lucky that we're in a place to be able to say that. But I feel like it's just a little bit more chill now.
That's good though.
I think it's just the appreciation
breeding
for
good things. Yeah.
Appreciation for the fans. Like it's just like, to come back and do this, 15 years later, 20 years later, like, and there's people that still care about the band. It's just like, it's like the most mind blowing, like just so grateful to have that. Like, it's just every, in some ways, I think this is more fun going through this again than it was the first time. I think, like, I just like
I agree with that.
Just have a level of appreciation for it that I think when you're young, you don't really have perspective, and hopefully as you get older, you have better perspective about things.
Yeah. We definitely had like some moments of, sour attitudes towards things not going our way, and taking a dump on certain opportunities when we really shouldn't have, and that probably would have helped us, and it was like not good for this one stupid little reason, and we would have said no to something, and we just have the complete opposite view on how to go through the music industry. It's just be good to people, and that breed like it's not rocket science, positivity breeds positivity.
Yeah, I mean,
and
I was gonna say, just to add on that, I mean, we now have a whole wealth of experience of time after the band to draw on. So there are a lot of scenarios now where we can make better decisions, or have resources to figure things out, or whatever it is that early on were not available to us. We just didn't have that, those experiences to draw on.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because you're all like under 25. Let's say that when you were first, like you were young, right? When you're starting out. So, you didn't have the wherewithal to really truly understand what that path looked like in the future. And you have the big dreams, but there's certain things that didn't really come into play in your head until you get older with age. And and marriage and kids and whatever the case may be, and experiences like that, it shapes you into having a more level head going into it this time around.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any moment from back then that you guys look back on, like, to quote Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take? Was there one thing you guys maybe said no to, or looking back, you're like, well, fuck, maybe, that one would have been good. Like, maybe we should have done that one.
Yeah, like story of the year not playing for Spider-Man 2. I think the story of the year always talks about that.
I have actually a similar one to that. I can tell Ethan, you know what I'm about to say. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You're gonna tell that story, huh? Okay.
Should I not? I can tell.
Whatever.
I can tell the PG version of it.
Yeah, whatever.
We said we declined to be in the Alvin and the Chipmunks sequel.
Really?
Called the Squeakquel.
Oh yeah, the Squeakquel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Artistic differences or what?
I think it was just that thing of we wanted it to be more rock and roll than it was, and it's not. It's like, who cares, And looking back, it's like such a dumb thing, but it was like a miming, some music stuff, and we were like not into that. We actually, Joe and I actually went to set, to
I still stand by the decision, by the way, just so we're clear.
Okay.
Still anti-chipmunk. I respect that.
He's like,
Joe,
I don't like Albert or Simon.
So they wanted you. They didn't just want to use a song. They wanted you physically in the movie.
In it.
Yeah.
I would rather have that $4,000, Joe.
I know.
That's all those motherfucking chipmunks are offering?
No, so I think we each would have made.
It was 20.
That.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were each gonna
Okay.
We were each gonna get 4.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So nicer now that it's the click 3.
Yeah.
That chipmunk money breaks up a little sweeter.
Right. No, I mean the sort of the detailed story is they first asked for a cover of "You Really Got Me" by the Kinks. And so we were in the studio at the time, and we worked up a version. We were like, this is awesome. We're going to fucking nail this. They're going to love it. And then they sent this version that they had, a producer do, and it was referencing like Van Halen's cover of the song. And we were like, it doesn't really sound like the Click 5, and we have our own version that's awesome. And we don't really want to do like a miming thing to somebody else's track or whatever. And so that just caused the whole thing to blow up. We just couldn't get past it. And so that is definitely an example.
They just wanted you your physical persona, but they're like, we want you to actually write the song.
They wanted us to sing on it. They wanted us to sing on their track. But that was as far as they were willing to go with recording and production. And the thing is, we were really into recording and production. And so we just, but to Kyle's point, that was definitely us making probably the wrong call, because we probably should have just been like, who fucking cares? Go make the money and be in a movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Still stand by the decision.
Well, I mean, there's always a chance. Which chipmunk?
You guys want to get in a fight about this again?
On now?
Yeah. All right.
Great. Oh, yeah, that's
right.
right.
Money splits up pretty sweet, huh?
We did have we had a big interband fight.
Seems like we're about to have one right now.
Right?
Rob loves starting fights, so
Alvin,
let's have
Theodore,
it out.
Simon.
That's the next. Which beetle are you? Which chipmunk are you?
Dave.
Oh yeah, which chipmunk are you? Who's Alvin? Who's the Alvin of the group?
I don't know.
I don't remember all their personalities, to be honest.
Well, he's the one always causing mischief, right?
All right, I'll take that one.
Yeah, Theodore's the cute little innocent, cuddly one.
That's
and
Ethan.
then Simon's the smart, Simon's the really actually kid. He's the actually smart guy.
Right.
That's Joe.
That's Joe.
That's Joe. There we go.
Still stands by his decision, though. I respect the fuck out of that. Yeah. We like that a lot.
We do. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, that's awesome. So one of the things that I was thinking about when you were bringing up fans, obviously the way you interacted with fans back in the 2000s now is a lot different than how we interact with fans today, you get all the comments on the TikTok videos and the Instagram reels and everything like that versus, I know you were on MySpace and, there's interaction there, but how is it different for you in terms of like interacting with fans now? And are you having to like really focus more on muting out any commentary and stuff that you're hearing in the comments or the DMs or whatever? Because they didn't really have that much access to you back
The
then, but
hater
now they
levels
have
have definitely gone up.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, we all see it like from every band. There's those random trolls on the internet. Like you didn't have that as much in the 2000s. Now it's in abundance.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would say so far we've been, I would say fairly lucky to where we're not
Good.
dealing with a ton of that.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a few.
Of course.
But I mean, from my perspective, because I replaced the original singer, I definitely like for a long time got hate messages. And
Dang.
there's still comments about that today.
Okay.
There's always going to be comments about that. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to replace a singer in a band. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
So there's little things like that come up still, but for the most part, we've just seen like real fans that interact on our social media stuff.
Great.
There was funny enough, there was with the Jonas Brothers thing, there was like this kind of like back and forth of like some of the younger crowd that didn't know who we were, like weren't around for the TRL stuff, were like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Like I wish there was somebody better. Like I wish there was a better guest for
They
for
got
our show.
Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They got
Yeah.
Demi. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah.
We get
Yeah.
these fucking idiots.
Right. What the fuck is this?
Yeah. So I mean, getting out there and putting yourself out there, there's always a chance of getting some stuff like that. So
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like we've always had this like being what's the word I'm looking for? Polarizing.
Polarizing. Okay.
It's if you have people talking about you bad and good, it's like it's as long as you're not right in the middle and nobody gives a shit and it's like middle of the road.
Yes,
Like if you're
exactly.
pissing somebody off, that means you're making 50 people happy.
Oh,
So we're willing to put ourselves out there and deal with the blowback if there is any. Which,
Yeah.
like I said, it's not like we're getting all this like hate mail or anything.
Yeah.
So I think now as far as your question, like the access we have
Yes.
directly to fans is incredible. Just being able to respond to every comment.
Yeah.
I just did a radio thing where I was like in a chat the whole time, like just playing songs I like and on the radio. But I was able to also just talk to people and ask questions and like went through this whole process and learned a bunch about people. And they asked me questions. It just like the access is insane.
Yeah.
So it makes things like way more personal. And now we can like plan for meet and greets and stuff even easier now than we used to back in the day.
I'm sure.
So yeah, it's cool to have like a direct line to people. We haven't seen any like anything negative about that. It's been pretty amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as a fan who loves when a band likes their comment or replies their comment, I appreciate that you guys do that because
people get real excited over that.
Totally.
We do. We have a whole group of influencers and podcasters like ourselves, and every time a band, like we post a video of a band and then they like it or comment on it, it goes in our group chat and everyone freaks out.
They always think it's like an employee, as if everyone's got like $60,000 to pay for like a social media manager.
It's just their intern. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Like those jobs are, those are actually really highly sought after jobs. I appreciate you guys bringing back any sort of power pop and being a gateway to that. It makes me very happy. That's, I think, at the very root of me, like those bands I said earlier, like the Cars, Fountains of Wayne, the Beatles, even the Beach Boys, like that's the best. Those are the best songs there is,
Agreed.
And on this, on the show we do a lot of Mount Rushmores, but we've never done a power pop Mount Rushmore. So I'm
We
curious,
have not.
what is the Mount Rushmore of power pop bands?
I mean,
Good
Cars
one.
for sure. That's I gotta throw them up there. Obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
cheap trick.
Cheap Trick.
Great pick.
I mean, I'll even throw Weezer in there, but that's a Cars adjacent because Rick
Mhm.
produced that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going with Fountains of Wayne.
There you go.
There we go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if you guys know, but Joe is in Fountains of Wayne now.
You're in
I
Fountains
did
now?
not know
Yes.
that.
Joe is
Yes.
now the lead guitarist of Fountains of Wayne.
Wow.
That's the coolest
You're
thing
busy.
ever. Yeah.
Very cool.
It's pretty
I-
pretty surreal.
Pretty
Yeah.
badass.
I maybe I literally like 4 hours ago on the internet put something about like Adam to me was the greatest American songwriter of the last like 30 years, like like 90s onward, like that. You need
Yeah.
a perfectly crafted like pop song, the greatest. Like Stacy's Mom is the greatest song of the 2000s, and it's not even like a top 10 Fountains of
Yeah.
Wayne song.
I
Didn't
know,
he also
right?
do that?
Yeah.
Didn't he
Yeah.
also do that thing you do, which is
Yeah,
an
just
iconic song?
insane.
So
Like,
good.
getting to play those songs on stage, like God, that's got to be just so fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. The other thing is I think I realize is Chris is every bit Adam's equal in terms of songwriting.
Mhm.
I will say.
Yes.
Amazing.
No, it's almost like understated over
They're
time.
all-
Adam kind of got the shine, but like
They're almost kind of like a Lennon
Chris
McCartney.
songs.
I see them.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
That dynamic.
Very cool. What have you learned in your time in Fountains of Wayne? Because I imagine that's probably a similar thing too, as in a different way as the Jonas Brothers thing, where you're like, oh shit, this is a different operation.
I mean, like I've known those guys for years. Like they've been friends, and like obviously with the Click
Mhm.
5, we always had a lot of connection with them, producer wise. Adam wrote Just the Girl.
Yeah.
So it really was kind of a natural. It was like, oh, I've kind of been playing this music for the last, 25 years.
Mhm.
Like, and I was obviously a fan, so it was a pretty seamless to walk into, I guess.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's like getting to play with someone like that you looked up to and got to be peers with, but you're also friends with. It's like, okay, now I'm just hanging out with my friends, but in like a slightly different way.
But we're playing
Yeah.
Mexican wine. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Just okay.
I mean,
no big deal.
We would listen to that stuff on the way to the studio. I like have vivid memories of being in Joe's Jeep, Grand Cherokee, blue Jeep
Mhm.
Grand Cherokee,
2000.
and it was a 2000.
Sweet.
Sick.
Damn right it
It's a good
was.
year.
Listening to Fountains of Wayne on the way to the studio. I mean, it's so cool that he's ripping it with them now. Makes total sense too. He's like the perfect fit for them.
Yeah.
Oh geez, well. Yeah, I went to go pull up. I was like, I'm gonna pull up this playlist. Like, we're gonna get that going later. I had like a
Idle car.
weird. Yeah, literally, you could tell from like point one. That's also a TikTok trend that you guys might have missed over the years. There's the one where they like play the song, like the Taylor Swift fangirl, where they switch the song and they can guess what it is really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys might have to do one of those with I Click 5 or just Fountains of Wayne. Fuck it, because that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was very good.
Very cool.
Yeah. So let's pivot to, the now. We have the new single that it came out in October, Throwback. And gotta say, I love the new single, very nostalgic. What, in terms of the theme, what made you want to write about, just that nostalgia for the era where we all grew up, and what made you want to like explore that as a theme for your first single back?
Yeah, I think it's like all this stuff coming back. We just were interacting with a lot of fans and seeing excitement around our band, and it brought us back to that time. I mean,
Yeah.
it's as simple as that. We we're just kind of remembering, wait a second, it's great to be in a band again. And it made us think of why that is, and we went, mentally
Yeah.
back to that era. And that song happened, and one of those songs that was very quick.
Yeah.
It there's a lot of little nuggets in it. Talk about Mr. Brightside.
Yep.
Talk
Shout
about
out Carson Daly at TRL in there as well.
You did, yeah.
exactly. The alphabet verse, we call it, MTV 280D, MTV,
Yep.
TRL
A lot
on
of
MTV.
fucking letters in there, yeah.
A lot of, too many. Some might say too many. But yeah, it's just a fun song. It doesn't take itself very seriously, and that's what we wanted to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Just like playing into the whole like let's just go have fun on stage thing. And we started playing it in Asia when we went over there. We had just written it, and we started playing it like acoustically
Yeah.
at those shows in like big rooms, and which was kind of a risk because we weren't really we didn't even hardly know the song yet, so we kind of like flubbed through it a little bit. But B, we were like, it was a new song. I don't know if people only want to hear that old stuff. But we played it, and like people were singing along to the song by the second chorus,
awesome.
having heard it for the first time. So that's a really good sign with a pop song. We were just like pretty overwhelmed by that. So I think that's what led us to. We probably wouldn't have recorded it if it felt like it was flopping.
Yeah.
Live. So pretty quickly after those shows, we went into the studio and started doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a fun tune. I'm excited about it. We have potentially some more songs coming as well.
That's what I was saying. I was like, all right, so what's on the horizon then for the Click 5 in 2026? Are we getting more music? Possibly?
That's the plan. Yeah.
Hope so.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we're approaching it like we've been talking about, like we're not going to force it.
Yeah.
Reverse Nancy Reagan, just say yes. From the Gateway Band.
Rancy Nagan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have, as far as 2026 is concerned, we have a lot of very cool things sitting in our email inboxes right now that we're kind of freaking out about. And this year is shaping up to be a good response to all this effort we put in this last year of reawakening everything, which was a lot of work. We did happily, but it's been a lot of effort. And the three of us have really, like, our lives are completely different now than they were in 2024. It went from being not at all on our schedules or in our minds to being the priority.
Full-time job all over again.
It really is. Yeah. In the best way. It's like been really, really cool to see and put effort into. So 2026 is starting to show up like it's a good response, and we're seeing some of the fruits of our labor come together, and more shows lined up.
Yeah.
And yeah, we plan to get in the studio. There's some demos of some songs that are pretty cool that hopefully we'll get a chance to record them. The goal is to have them out before we do a tour, maybe in August.
Oh, nice.
Which we haven't discussed, we haven't talked about at all publicly yet, and it's not set in stone yet, but we are working very hard to make this make a tour happen later this year. Yeah.
Joe's recording just cut off because the device was full. So
your storage is full.
Yeah. Really quick. Yeah, really. No, you're good. You're good. You have to like exit, like go delete like an app or two or something and come back.
Yes, pretty much. Delete some big, large videos on your phone.
Yeah. Don't delete any of the important files. Yeah.
Be
but
careful.
In the meantime, I would be remiss to ask, because I will say, one thing I've noticed, obviously, you guys are very big internationally, some would say much bigger internationally. For those international fans that may be listening and are, like obviously very devoted here, what is it about these crowds, and what is it about the Click 5 maybe that make this click so much, I guess you would say?
overseas?
Well, I don't know. Ethan, you got any thoughts?
I mean, one simple thing is that the label in Southeast Asia in particular took a real interest in the band, and like early on, I think on the first record, they were interested in breaking it there.
Okay.
And then when our second record came out, we already had some momentum there, and then that record just took off, and you know, it's hard to um it's hard to explain it through musical terms necessarily, but I think that there at that time was maybe more of an openness towards rock and roll music, like music that had guitars, and that was at a time in America when, we already talked about this, the guitar was disappearing from the radio at least. And I don't think, I think the trends maybe are similar, but they're not they don't overlap exactly. And I think maybe there was a place for us on the radio in a lot of countries, particularly in Southeast Asia, like I said, where we were able to reach people, and then go play big shows. We did a tour. We opened for the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, wow.
And at the time, I know it sounds like maybe a weird pairing, but it actually really worked, just like a big arena pop show. And at the time, I think we had like the #1 song in most of those countries, and they had like the #2 song on the radio. So like they were a much bigger band. I mean, it was
I
their
will
tour.
say that on defense of Black Eyed Peas, one, I did a podcast yesterday where I was like the guest on it, and they asked what song I'd want at my funeral. I said I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Peas. But Southeast Asia, my son that you see running in and out here, his family is Filipino. Southeast Asian culture, one of the Black Eyed Peas guys is Filipino as well.
Yep.
Those people are down there. They're fiercely loyal and loving. Like once you're in, like seeing his family, like they'll latch on to you. And it's same with like music. And you see the same thing with like rock bands in South America too, where like, Paramore goes to, Paramore shut down Twitter. I remember Twitter shutting down, like breaking one time, Absolute Punk breaking one time because like Brazilian Paramore fans were just going crazy. And it's like rock and roll is still alive, just like not really in the, continental US.
Right? Yeah. I mean, we've like, to your point about being like welcomed by the fans in the Philippines, that's been something that like I don't think we understood in 2025, that people didn't leave. We would have expected people to move on, but our records have stayed with people, and those songs went through key points in people's lives.
Yep.
Because like Ethan said, we're on the radio and they got to know us that way, but we were like in high school with them, essentially we hear that all the time, that like, you got me through high school.
Yeah.
Your songs got me through high school. So I that feeling of like, I don't know what that, I have songs that make me feel that way. So I guess I do, but what our fans must feel when they hear the songs, it transcends just the chords and the recording. It's an emotional connection to the music that's, more special.
Yeah.
Joe's back.
Back.
But it's been cool to see that the like overseas, fans are just still there, and they didn't leave. And if anything, it's grown. Like we sold out a show in Singapore in like minutes, which blew our minds. We have been, if anything, we're like, is anyone going to buy tickets to these shows?
Right, yeah.
But quite the opposite happened. And yeah, to the point where we added another show in Singapore. We played in the same venue twice, at night, back-to-back nights, and just like insane stuff like that is happening to us that we're, yeah, pretty mind-blowing.
That's the common theme, is there's these bands that they break up and they're gone for like a decade, and everyone we've interviewed is kind of like, you know, are people going to give a shit? No one cares about that. You know what I mean? That was so long, this and that. And then, you know, to quote, you know, the film Superbad, you know, people don't forget. Like,
Yeah.
they've still been listening to these songs, and like, yeah, you made it, like you're saying, you have those songs, like your shit is that to many, many people as well, you know?
Yeah.
And it doesn't go away.
Totally. We're happy that it's not going away, and we're gonna keep making stuff too.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I do have a question. Since you are considered emo adjacent by our community, any chance you might end up on one of these Warp tours that are coming up, the second round of Warp tours in 2026?
We'd like to.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think we've discussed it with our agent.
Okay.
That doesn't mean anything more than that. We haven't.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've actually made contact with the Warped Tour buyers
Okay.
or bookers
With
or anything like
Kevin,
that.
yeah.
But we would love to. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
like I said, we're saying yes to a bunch of stuff, and we would be honored to be included in that festival. So yeah, it'd be awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
all for the Click 5 Emo Adjacency here, you know? Like, I
Same.
really cannot state enough that, like, I was very
Yeah.
curious. I thought this was interesting. I very much was like, this is going to be a fun interview, like, for the plot. This is neat. This is like Joe Bros or something. And
Yeah.
I go, I'm locked the fuck in. It's everything. I'm literally like, I have texts. I'm going to post them in this so they pop up where just like, I'm like, I unironically really fucking love the Click 5. I'm like, I was like, I think I'm going to
Yeah.
be, I was like, I'm going to be pals with these guys. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, the fountains, everything. I'm like, oh, like, no, I like this. God damn, I missed out. Like, so like, next time you play an emo night in LA, I will be there. I'll fucking go. Yeah.
Well,
Dude, amazing. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Seriously.
No,
Nice.
yeah.
That means a
sick.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about your show with Taking Back Sunday and Yellow Card. Because that'll give me an excuse to visit my parents back home, and my sister's also a massive Taking Back Sunday fan. So it kills all the
Nice.
birds with one stone. So I'm looking forward to that now that I know. And that's what, in August
August.
of this
August.
year?
8th.
August
August
8th.
8th.
Is it with
8/8,
music?
26.
Is it Music Fest? Is that what
It
they're
is.
playing? Is that
Yeah.
It's part of
See, I
Music
know.
Fest. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Music Fest. Okay, yeah, yeah. That's my sister saw Boys Like Girls there this past year. So yeah,
Nice.
Ah, cool.
yeah.
Cool.
So, well, I will probably be there because that sounds amazing.
We'll see
To
you
see
there.
y'all perform there. Yeah,
Great.
for sure.
Great.
Awesome. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, Rob, from you,
Thank you
yeah.
for joining us. I am legitimately going to be listening to so much Click 5 this next few days. Like, I feel like it's like, you know, as a Star Wars fan or some sort of like these like franchises where then they release other stuff that's like you're kind of getting a taste of it. Like, I'm like, this is like I'm getting like extra Fountains of Wayne records or something like that. Like, I didn't like you like sick. Like, this is I mean, if there's like a cool part of the song, I like will yell out and I'll like write it down. I literally have a sheet here that I just wrote second verse, happy birthday break, because I'm just like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Which, by the way,
You know, that is
that's
that is nicked straight out of Just What I Needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You know
is.
that,
They
right?
do the exact
Yeah,
same
it
thing.
is.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it is. And
Yeah.
it's perfectly done. Perfectly done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I
I
love
like
it.
when
Means a
people
lot.
notice that stuff.
No, you
Yeah.
guys worship at the same church of rock and roll that I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're of the same denomination.
Yeah.
I'll see you at the potluck.
Nice.
I'll see you at the Power Pop potluck.
Exactly.
In the
Super
basement.
I'm bringing weed brownies. Yeah.
That's right. But
Amazing.
Joe, Kyle, Ethan, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Excited to have the Click 5 back. Cannot wait to see what new music comes out this year. And I think you guys are going to have an amazing 2026 and beyond.
Thank you so
Awesome.
Thanks
much.
so much.
y'all.
Oh yeah.
Thanks so much.
Really
Thanks for
appreciate you having us. This was super fun.
No,
Of
thank
course,
you
yeah.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Huge fans. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey man, it's your boy Petty Hendrix, man. You tuned in to Emo Kids Anonymous. Check it out, you did.